Hello guys, hope you are doing fine today. It's been a while. Actually I was looking here on my website. Last video I made like this was a year ago when I talked about aviation doom, the science, deception, and flat earth, of course. So we're here to talk about three topics today. Flat earth, let's talk a little bit about the market beast and some other topics. So I hope you guys are doing fine. Here I am wearing my Okinawa t-shirt. My daughter brought it to me. So Okinawa is a nice place to go here in Japan. Since people can't go overseas, they all go to Okinawa. I'm still with my Gleason's map. It's a great map. So let's go ahead and start talking. I want to talk some things about flat earth first. Sometimes I upload videos and we go over comments and we exchange some comments. But there are some topics that I would like to talk to you guys. First one is gonna be this one here. So I'm gonna play the video since it's a very short video, and then we will talk about. It's this one here. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, of course. Well, let's listen and talk about a little bit.
This one shows that all of these emergency landings landed in really bizarre places that make no sense on a globe. For example, here's a flight from Taiwan to Los Angeles, and it's flying out here, and here's the Hawaiian Islands, and right about here there was an emergency. They could have gone back, they could have landed here, they could have continued over, but instead they went all the way up to Alaska. Okay, but if you look at that on a flat earth map, here it is. Bam, emergency, Alaska. I have Alaska in the wrong spot. Alaska's right here. So it's a straight line. That's the same flight route. Hawaii's out here. This is the route that they take.
And banking in Alaska makes that make sense.
Yeah. And it's a straight line. Airplane, not air globe. Sea level, not sea curve.
Alright guys, so let me tell you what's going on. This happened, I don't even remember, I think it was beginning of this year. So I have this book, 16 emergency landings proving flat earth. And if you're following, if you know what's going on, especially in Australia, the amount of censorship and the brutality of the police. And then things, sometimes you don't see the big picture right away. You let the time take care of things, and then you see the bigger picture. So sometime, I think it was at the beginning of the year, when Wolfie 6020, he made some threats towards me. And so let me explain this. First, I have at the end of my book, I had plans. I have since changed these plans because of what's going on right now. But I had plans to spend a year in New Zealand. So I believe New Zealand, England, and Australia, Canada, South Africa, they have like a Commonwealth. They have like a, I don't know what's going on there, but it's like a Commonwealth of British Empire nations, whatever. So he posted some weird message saying like, the day that I went over any place on the Commonwealth, he was gonna, pay me a visit. So I'm not friends with him, or if someone wants to pay me a visit, like I met some guys here from, I met a guy from Taiwan, flat earther, Americans and British. So we meet here once in a while, especially now that we have the friend finder on the flat earth map. I don't have any problems meeting friends. Although, since I started this thing, I have had some threats in the past. My wife has told me to be careful, But I'm not friends of him. So what kind of pay me a visit he wanted, he was talking about? And then he changed it a little bit after that. He changed it saying like if I were in the Commonwealth, he would take me to magistrate, like to court. And that's my response, prove it to the judge. If you think that one flight can be better explained on the globe, try to explain all the 16. But the book has 24 chapters, so you have to prove to the judge that all the 24 chapters are wrong. So they don't have a case. Those guys who are against flat Earth, they don't really have a case if they take somebody to court. Look what happened to Zen Garcia. He won, I think, 2 times because nobody can prove unto the judge that curvature exists or even the spin of the Earth. I mean, this is all BS because it's a virtual reality. You live in a virtual reality where you read books about it and you watch TV shows, History Channel, but you don't really, can prove those things. So this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about. And seeing what's going on, one thing that probably some of you might not know, I don't know if it's truth or not, but one of his posts, I have since deleted everything. I don't care. I don't want any interaction. But he said that he was in law enforcement. So now you understand what's going on. When you see all this tyranny, the police, the Australian police beating people, shooting people who are only holding, like signs. And you can understand now what's going on because the police there seems to have an attitude like they are above the law or they intimidate people. Okay, they intimidate people a lot. They provoke. There are videos showing how they provoke and the peaceful protesters. They were there, and they were being provoked by the police. And so you can understand now why this individual, this person, goes after flat earthers, goes after other pilots who say no, the Earth is flat. Even truck drivers. I got people writing me messages saying, well, this guy is going after even truck drivers, okay? You can understand why, I think this cop thing still plays big parts on his personality. But it backfired in many, many aspects. As a matter of fact, I was contacted by a Japanese publisher. And this is not me asking somebody a favor, hey, can you translate my book? No. It was a real company, a publisher. They sell hundreds of thousands of books a year. And they translated my book into Japanese. And here it is, a copy. And this book is now sold in bookstores here in Japan. I go to the bookstore, I see my book there. It's pretty cool, okay? It's exactly the same thing, but It's a smaller size, black and white. I'm gonna place a link here if you read Japanese. If you are here in Japan and thinks Japanese is better language for you than English, you can get this book, Real Facts, right? So it pretty much backfired. Now I got my book in bookstores all over Japan. And we just had a wonderful time in Tokyo. We had a Flat Earth meetup in Tokyo on August 22nd, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. And we are having another party this weekend on September 12th. It's going to be in a church now. Going to be talking about flight routes. So if you look at the globe nonsense, you find so many crazy stuff, so many mistakes. So I had this video here called Supernova 1987A, more heliocentric nonsense. Talks about the Shelton supernova. So guys, this supernova is located 178,000 light years away. No, it's not 178,000 miles away. It's 178,000 light years away. I mean, you can't even calculate how far this thing is. So they sent a balloon 30 miles up to film this explosion. Now guys, 30 miles up is nothing. If you think that this star is really 178,000 light years away, it's nothing. That only shows that the stars are really close, and 30 miles up can film this star really well, and not 178,000 light years away. It would be impossible, guys. It's like from New York to Los Angeles, right? The distance between New York and Los Angeles. You wanna maybe take a picture of someone at the beach in Los Angeles. You live in New York, and then you just step up 1 foot to get a better picture of that person in California while you're still in New York. That's the only, it makes no sense at all. Okay, so I'll be covering some of this nonsense here. Of course, everything in heliocentric model makes no sense. One more thing, and probably the last one, about flat Earth. Let's see here. Rich from Boston. I got this from his BitChute channel. He came out fully as a flat earther. The other thing I want to talk about, I got this video here called At Least He Tried to Warn Us about Stan Jones. So I'm not going to play this one. You can look at my YouTube channel, Stan Jones speaking about the communist takeover of the world. Now, the one thing about this video is that YouTube gave, it says here, don't know if you guys can see, age restricted video based on community guidelines. Now, that's why, because I included here, so I'm not going to play, I'm going to freeze, okay? I have included this part of some clash between the police and protesters in Germany. And they restricted this video, right? But look at the hypocrisy of YouTube. I got this from this website, which is the RT News. The same videos there. It's got 112,000 views, no age restricted, and that's where I got this thing from. Same one. That's the same one. So they age restricted my video because I mirrored this. That's from RT. Same video, same thing. So that tells you how they are really, they are after my channel in several ways. The other day I was watching I had just uploaded a video, okay? So the account was still like 700. And then the next minute I looked, it was 500. So they took out 200 views, you know? So it's crazy what's going on. You can't really show anything. They come after you here on YouTube. So that's one of the reasons I don't make as many videos anymore. The next thing that I'm going to talk about here on my website is about the Mark of the Beast. So let's go ahead and listen to this video here, and then we will talk a little bit more.
What if I told you that in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 18, it talks about how the name of the beast would be within the mark, okay? It talks about anyone that takes the name of the beast, they are doomed to hell. In Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12 through 14, it is talking about Satan. It is talking about the devil. It is talking about the morning star. His name, according to the King James Version Bible, which modern translations have taken this out, is Lucifer. Well, if the name of the beast is within the mark, or it is the mark, what is one of the compounds within the vaccine? Oh, I don't know. Luciferase? I don't know. Maybe that's too coincidental. But personally, I ain't taking it because I know it's the mark of the beast. This is it, people. Get ready.
So guys, I'm not a pastor, I'm not a minister, I'm not a missionary or anything. I'm just a Christian. So I am, like most of us are, trying to figure out how the things are, where things are heading to. So I have been studying, and I also have a BitChute channel. I don't post only my things there, I post a lot of videos. I mirror lots of videos there. I uploaded this video here. Actually, you can find this on YouTube. Oops, I shouldn't say this word. So is crypto the mark of the beast, or is it the snake bite? Okay, you gotta say snake bite. Very interesting. Where he has a lot of compelling evidences here that crypto is the mark. But also have these other guys saying that, you know, the snake bite is the mark of the beast. I want to send a big hug to the guys. Shout out to them, Earth Investors. They are amazing people and they have very good videos. They are Adventists, and they have this. They defend the idea that the mark of the beast is going to be the Sunday law. So I don't know. Everything is, you know, as I said, I'm not a pastor or anything. I'm just studying all this stuff and trying to figure out things just like everybody else. I'm not convinced of this argument, and I'm trying to see. I've been watching lots of videos, you know, about it. And I am not convinced. I don't see it like that. I really see it the way things are going with crypto and the snake bite. I see these two are going together. Now, the snake bite, I don't think what's contained, it's the problem. Okay, what's contained in those little bottles. They can be even injecting you with vitamin D. That's not really the case. What's gonna play a big part is the certificate, the proof that you have taken whatever they are giving to you, even if it's a glass of water. And because people are losing those papers, and some of them are falling to a trap, which I believe is a trap. I think that, you know, the police, something are selling those fake certificates, and, you know, I think it's all a trap to send a message to the people to go ahead and get the real one. And they're gonna use this as an excuse to get something more permanent. So as I was reading the comments here also on my channel of this last video, one guy, and I also have heard that before, that the whole thing in the Revelation happened in the 1st century, so none of this will be happening anymore. And I want to read part of his comment here. It says, slaves that run away had a mark on their hand or their forehead in the day. Talking about that in the day of the Roman Empire, they had a mark on slaves. But, you know, the Bible is pretty clear when it says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. I don't see it. I don't know if the rich people in the time of Rome had to have a mark on their foreheads, if the free people and the rich people had, because he himself said that slaves had to have them. So I don't think this applies for something that happened in the past. I think it's pretty much about something that's going to happen now in the future. But again, I'm not a prophet. I'm not, a pastor or anything. I'm just giving my point of view. All right, guys. Today is it's September. Today is what? September 7th. But it really looks like late October, November. It's really overcast outside, kind of chilly, so winter is coming early, like fall time now. I still got my problems with low cortisol, so as I'm making this video, I'm feeling that my energy is running out. So even though I want to talk about more stuff, I'm running out of energy totally. But it was nice being back here. I don't know when I'll be back again. Things are getting ugly. I think, end of September, October, November, more freedom will be taken away. More lockdowns, more crazy stuff. And if you look at all these leaders, they all are serving the devil. They are pretty much, the Bible is clear and says the Bible, Jesus said, when he healed a woman, he said, well, the devil, Satan had her bound for 18 years, I think. And so Satan bounds people, and they have all those government leaders and all these people in his hand. He has given them a lot of power and money, but now they have to pay back him by doing all this mean stuff they're doing to people. So that's all for today, guys. I really wanted to go on for another 20 minutes, but I'm feeling really weak right now. I'm running out of energy. So y'all be safe. I'll be making more flat earth videos. I have one coming out this week, okay? If you remember, let me just show this real quick. This one, airplanes do not fly over a globe Earth, right? So in this video here, I have two pilots contradicting each other. One says that the gravity in the center of the Earth is pulling down the nose of the plane, as he was explaining. And the other one says that it's actually the limit of the atmosphere, the thicker layer to the thinner layer, that when the airplane is reaching that, and then it falls back down and keeps down. So a lot of crazy stuff these guys say. None of them makes sense. Now I'm going to be talking this week. I have another video in the making about another pilot who also claims that gravity is the one that is pulling bringing down the nose of the plane to its curvature. So it's gonna be out hopefully this week. So guys, I'll see you next time. Enjoy, the freedom. I can't complain. Japan, we have had wonderful time here. No lockdowns ever. We haven't had any lockdowns. Tokyo was, as always, I'm gonna display some images here. A lot of people, yeah, some of them wearing a face diaper. Some of them weren't wearing any face diapers at all. But, no lockdowns. We get together, we have our meetups, and we eat together. Except that some businesses are closing earlier, like 8 p.m. Some, they used to close later, 10 p.m. But some of them are closing much earlier now. I mean, around 8 p.m. But we haven't had any problems here in Japan. We can travel. I just, was on the bullet train. I thought they were going to complain because I was not wearing a mask, but they didn't. Sometimes I carry like a mug of coffee with me wherever I go. If they ask me, I'm drinking my coffee, okay? But I don't want to be wearing it. But I'm not going to tell you that I have never worn. I live in Japan. Ever since I came here the first time in 1997, I saw people wearing masks. So it's part of the culture, Even when there was no bug, the people wore masks here. So it's part of the culture. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, the pilot thinks that the plane flies and then down and down and down. Pretty crazy. So guys, you be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time. If you read Japanese, I'm gonna leave a link here. Okay, you can download. I mean, this one, it's only sold in bookstores, but also on Amazon, you can get on Amazon. So if you read Japanese, it's much cheaper. It's black and white, it's 2,200 yen, about $20. Okay, $20. And if you read Japanese, and this is a handy, and people are enjoying it. The ones that have been in touch with me, they really enjoyed it. I want to talk to you one more thing before I go. The publisher, this company, they publish all sorts of books, from natural healing, from aliens, other planets. So it's a very diverse company, like as far as books. And when they decided to, print flat Earth books now. So the funny thing, this is for closing. Last time we were in the meetup, Tokyo, the owner of the company was there. And he said to the people, to everyone who was there, that this book might cause his company to go bankrupt. Because if Earth is flat, that's his word, if the Earth is really flat, like he said, well, this book is convincing me that the Earth is flat, which means we're going to go bankrupt because nobody's going to buy the other books anymore. If they all buy this one and find out Earth is flat, they won't buy books about aliens, space travels and other planets. And that was a very funny moment. Everybody laughed because that's a fact. Flat Earth destroys all this nonsense. Okay, so guys, that's all for today. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.